The size of your dreams must always exceed your current capacity to achieve them. If your dreams do not scare you, they are not big enough.
The starting point of great success and achievement has always been the same. It is for you to dream big dreams. And when you're dreaming big dreams, there's nothing more important than for you to cast off your own limitations. You must begin dreaming and fantasizing about the wonderful things that you can become and have and do without thinking of all the reasons why it may not be possible.
Some people who are sitting here today watching us want to change their lives. Some people doubt that they can change their lives. Can everybody change their life?
Everyone can. I have never seen a situation yet where it can't change. You see, we're creative beings. We're working with an infinite power. And once we start to understand the power of our mind and then start to understand how to utilize it properly, then we'll understand that we can do virtually anything. We just have to learn how.
Can anybody have 10 or 15 or 20 times our IQ? No. Well, then why do people every day achieve 10 or 20 or 50,000 times more than we? Because they dream bigger than we.
If you really believe that you could be something, if you have that little voice in your head saying, hey, you got talent, you could do this, then follow that voice.
I'm astounded by how many people want to be spectacular in life but also want to be normal. By being normal, you are, by definition, aiming for average. Normal people get normal results. Exceptional people get exceptional results. You literally can't do what everyone else does and expect to not get what everyone else has got. By doing what everyone else does, you guarantee average results.
If you think about the difference between winners and losers, winners define themselves by what they made happen, and losers define themselves by what happened to them.
The first secret of self-made millionaires is simple. Dream big dreams. Allow yourself to dream. Allow yourself to imagine and fantasize about all your career goals and the kind of life you would really like to live. Think about the amount of money you would like to earn and have in your bank account. All self-made millionaires begin with a dream of something wonderful and different from what they have today.
You guys can have anything you want. You got to dream bigger, man. You got to do more. It's simple. The 2 Ds. Dream bigger, do more. Dream bigger, do more. Dream bigger, do more.
I have a question for you. Are your dreams big enough? Why don't you dare to dream bigger?
Can you imagine how sad it would be to go through life and not have dreams for what your life is gonna be about? That sucks. That's not what you and I are doing. Your dreams matter. Your dreams are what will make you successful and happy and connected and alive. And your dreams deserve your attention. And here's the final thing. Your dreams are your responsibility. See, they're inside you for a reason. They're inside you because those dreams are what are going to make you come alive and grow into who you're meant to be. And they are your responsibility. Your dreams are your responsibility to pursue. They're your responsibility to argue for. They're your responsibility to believe in, to work for. And I'm here in your life because I believe in your dreams. I believe in your ability to create them. I believe in the fact that you're a winner. And I believe that you deserve to have a life that you love.
It's not enough to think positively, because you can think positively with the 5% of your conscious mind, but we're programmed subconsciously to feel negative, right? So mind and body are in opposition. And so the work is, if your personality creates your personal reality, and then your personality is made of how you think, how you act, and how you feel, then the first step to change, to truly change, is kind of uncluttering ourselves from those programs. And we've discovered, based on our research, is the best way to do that is to become conscious of those unconscious thoughts.
When you allow yourself to begin to dream big dreams and creatively abandon the activities that are taking up too much of your time, and then focus your energies on alleviating your main constraints, you start to feel an incredible sense of power and confidence. As you focus on doing what you love to do and becoming excellent in those few areas that can really make a difference in your life, you begin to think in terms of possibilities rather than impossibilities, and you move ever closer toward the realization of your full potential.
Stop and think. What's something really big that you would love to see yourself accomplish? If you were to just roll the clock ahead a year, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 15 years, what is it that you really want? And I want you to go really big. Is it making a certain amount of money? Is it a beach house that you want to buy? Or maybe you're an artist. Do you want to go on tour? The fact is, there is something big inside of you. Lean into that. I know that you have huge ambitions, and I want to make sure that you never give up on going for them.
If the vision isn't clear, the old prophet said, without a vision we die, without a vision we perish, without a dream we're nothing.
Dream big dreams. Practice what is called back from the future thinking and project forward. Develop a vision of yourself as happy, healthy, wealthy, thin. Practice what top people practice, which is what is called idealization. You project forward several years and that you imagine that your life is perfect in every way. Imagine that you have no limitations. Imagine that you have all the time and all the money and all the friends and all the contacts and all the education, all the experience, and that you could be or have or do anything you want in life. If you could, what would it be? If your life were perfect in 5 years, what would it look like? How much would you be earning? How much would you be worth? What kind of a family life would you have? What kind of health would you have? What kind of car would you be driving? What would your life be like if you could wave a magic wand and make it perfect in every way? Now, what we have found is this is the starting point of great riches, and it's the starting point of great success in life, is for you to have a dream or a vision of a wonderful future.
When you go to sleep, take your dreams with you. As you lie in bed, imagine your desires as already fulfilled. Feel the peace and joy of living that life. Your subconscious works while you sleep, turning those thoughts into reality.
I read 2 books that changed my life. It was The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale and The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. It just taught me one simple principle. It don't cost no more energy to think big than it does small. You can say Volkswagen and you can say Rolls Royce with the same amount of effort. You ain't got to grunt to say Rolls Royce. So if the Bible is true, which it says a man is as he thinketh, if you think poor thoughts, you got to be poor. The moment you change that thought into wealth or riches, you start the process to becoming wealthy or rich. It's not a magic trick. I mean, it's really how it works. People complicate it. You gotta do this and you gotta do that. But the Bible's pretty plain. They ain't got no loopholes in it. It really don't. It's just real simple. It say what it say. All you gotta do is believe it's talking to you. That's what it is. Most people don't think that God is talking to them.
Don't chase your dream, manifest it. You chasing your dream, you're never gonna catch it. Just manifest it, put your trust in a higher source, and it'll manifest in your life.
To change, to truly change, is to think greater than your environment. And every great person in history knew this. Whether it was William Wallace or Mahatma Gandhi or Martin Luther King or Queen Elizabeth I or Joan of Arc, they all had a vision. They all had an idea. Couldn't see it, couldn't smell it, couldn't taste it, couldn't feel it, but it was alive in their mind. It was so alive in their mind that they began to live as if that reality was actually happening now. So can you believe in a future that you can't see or experience with your senses yet, but you've thought about enough times in your mind that your brain is literally changed to look like the event has already happened? Neuroscience says it's absolutely possible. Now, your personality creates your personal reality. That's it.
You know the song that says, you have to have a dream if you want to make a dream come true. It's true for you and for everyone else as well. So imagine that you have no limitations on what you can be or have or do in life. Just for the moment, imagine that you have all the time and all the money and all the education and all the experience and all the friends and all the contacts and all the resources and everything else you need to achieve anything you want in life. You have no limits. If your potential were completely unlimited, what kind of a life would you want to create for yourself and your family?
Getting successful, whatever you consider successful, if it's rich, whatever, it's not a magic trick. It's not God picks certain people he'll make rich and certain people he don't. He gives all of us as his children the power of choice. You have a say-so in that. You can decide to be rich, and with God's help, it's highly doable. But you first have to think it. The difference between successful people and non-successful people is here. I'm no better than none of y'all. I'm not a better person than you. I'm not a better Christian than you. God don't love me more than you. None of that. If you want to be successful, you have to change this. This has to change. Listen to me. It's not what makes it hard is your lack of belief that it can happen for you. The fact of it is, though, it's very doable. See, but you got to change, though. If you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. So if you're at a place in your life and you ain't happy with it, you have to change some things. But you have to make a conscientious decision that you're going to change.
So if a person is stuck in their life, the first step to change is examining your thoughts, paying attention to how you speak and how you act, and look at these emotions that keep you connected to the past and finally decide, does this emotion belong in my future? But we discovered that in our 7-day, week-long retreats, if you give people something to do, and if they understand the philosophy, the theory, they understand the knowledge base of what they're doing, they start seeing a different landscape. They're no longer tormenting their body with the same thoughts that produce the same emotions. They're no longer complaining and blaming and making excuses.
Dreaming big dreams improves your self-concept and increases your level of self-confidence. It increases your personal level of self-respect and happiness. There's something about dreams and visions that is exciting, and it stimulates you to do better than you've ever done before. So here's a great question for you to ask and answer over and over again. What one great thing would I dare to dream if I knew I could not fail? What one great thing would you dare to dream if you could not fail? If you were absolutely guaranteed of success in any one goal in life, large or small, short-term or long-term, what would it be?
If you don't follow your dream, man, you're never going to be happy. Goldman Sachs probably a great company. If that's your dream, pursue it. But just because you have a degree in something don't mean you have to be stuck to that degree. Chase your dreams, man. Chase your dreams. You got to go do that thing, make your heart pump, man.
Dream big, dare to dream, because everything is possible. Don't let anybody take away the dream. Doesn't matter where you're coming from. I actually think that the more disadvantaged childhood you have, the more difficulties and more challenges you have, the stronger you become. So don't really let anybody take away that dream from you. Nurture it, water it like you water the flowers. Even if you find only one person in this world that will accept, embrace, and support your dreams, find that person and dream big, because you can make it.
Dreaming big dreams is the starting point of achieving your goal of financial independence. The number one reason that people never succeed financially is because it never occurs to them that they can do it. As a result, they never try. They never get started. They continue to go around in financial circles, spending everything they earn and a little bit more besides. But when you begin to dream big dreams about financial success, you begin to change the way you see yourself and your life. You begin to do different things, bit by bit, gradually, until the whole direction of your life changes for the better.
It's okay to be comfortable. It's not okay to be small. Being too small in life. Telling yourself that you should be small. That, it's okay, you know, that's the number one issue. Shrinking yourself. Telling yourself that you're small. Putting a lid on your own dreams, on your own potential. Convincing yourself that meh is okay. That's the biggest problem. If you're somebody who doesn't know what you want, I guarantee you, it's because you do things that make you feel small. And then you tell yourself that's okay. And here's the thing that I'm really worried about. I'm worried about the fact that if you continue to do this, if you continue to tell yourself, I don't know what I want, I can never have it, I'm 46, I tried, it's hard, it's not going to work out for me. If you are the one that is against your big dreams in life, that is the reason why you're unhappy. That you are the single biggest, loudest voice for why you can't have what you deserve.
You overcome fear with your dreams. Steve, how my dreams gonna make me overcome my fear? Because I want you to listen to me. Because the dream is everything. The Bible says a man without a dream or a vision shall perish. The dream is everything. See, if you have no dreams and visions, you'll perish. You will die in fear. You will die sitting somewhere in fear without dreams and visions. Dreams are the counterpoint to all fear. I want you to dream so big. I want you to want something so incredible. I want you to dream of having something that's so spectacular that if it doesn't happen, you would be miserable. Man, if I don't make this dream come true, I'm gonna be miserable. I want you to dream so big that not reaching your dreams is unacceptable. You cannot live in this world without the dream and the vision. You can live in this world without your mother, your father, your brother. You can live in this world without a wife, a husband. You can live in this world without a lot of things. But what you cannot live in this world without is dreams and visions. You will perish without those things.
No one, ladies and gentlemen, could have convinced me when I started out just over 6 years ago, working on my dream. And I want you to think about whatever your dream is, because I was willing to take a chance. And most people won't do that. Most of the people that you talk to try and bring them into the business, these are not risk takers. Most people have done all that they're ever going to do. They raise a family, they earn a living, and then they die. But people who are running toward their dreams, life has a special kind of meaning. And here's what I will share with you, that in the process of working on your dreams, you are going to incur a lot of disappointment, a lot of failure, a lot of pain, a lot of setbacks, a lot of defeats. But in the process of doing that, you will discover some things about yourself that you don't know right now. What you will realize is that you have greatness within you. What you'll realize is that you're more powerful than you can ever begin to imagine. What you will realize is that you are greater than your circumstances, that you don't have to go through life being a victim.
Following your dreams is a lonely, solitary, scary, dangerous pursuit. You can't wait for somebody to think you can do it. And it's like because they don't think you can do nothing they can't do.
Exactly, bingo.
Right? You know what I mean? It's like it's a lonely, scary, dangerous pursuit, and you got to be willing to risk everything to become that seed of what you believe is in there. You got to be fearless. You got to be relentless. Everybody has dreams, and as much as you want to be able to listen a little bit, because somebody's going to give you a gem, but nobody knows but you. You can't get advice on what you should do with your life, right? Nobody knows what you are. Like even sometimes you don't really even know what you are. You got to take your shot. And it's like as much as you want people to agree and you want the people around you to be supporting your dreams and all, it's not going to be like that all the time. You got to do it alone. And people will help you, and when you get the ball rolling, people will jump on. But if you don't believe, nobody else is going to believe. People come along because your belief is so insane, that your belief is so strong, that makes people be like, yo, this crazy asshole. Right? Grow or die was the basic central premise that we were working with. That if you don't grow, you will perish.